everybody. I'm Starla.
I'm Ant.
And we are
Our Family Plays Games. Yeah.
And welcome back to another week.
And welcome back.
Yeah, it's been a long week.
This year is flying.
It is flying.
It's flying.
And this has been a long week full of a lot of things going on.
And we got a lot of stuff coming up.
I know.
Woo, we busy.
Yes,
We're gonna be busy.
I don't know if anybody notices anything different about me.
What?
Yes. Well, I went to my dentist this week. Hello, Dr. Summer. And yes, her name is Dr. Summer.
Yes.
And we had some work done on my teeth.
And looking beautiful as always. I tell you.
Yeah.
I tell you.
But I'm gonna tell you, I hate going to the dentist.
Well,
I hate going to the dentist.
I think most people do.
I don't know why.
I'm scared of dentists because they come and get over here.
I know, they stick and stuff, and
they
and
coming at you,
all the noise and all that stuff,
and messing with you.
Yeah,
I'm like,
but Dr. Summer is so sweet.
Really?
And I just want to say hi to her and thank her for all the work. And that's at Innovative Dental. So just want to say hi, and she did a great job.
And you said that somebody in her office
is a board gamer. Yes, she's a board gamer.
Yes,
and she was so excited, to talk to me about board games and everything. So, yes, just want to say hi.
Yes.
Yes, but this week, we're going to talk about Beyond Monopoly.
Yes.
And we had a panel discussion.
Now, we've already done Beyond Monopoly.
The series.
A while back ago.
Yes, we did a four-part series.
Yes, a four-part series of trying to help people that are a little bit stuck or scared to come into the hobby or go further into it, how to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
So we did the same kind of discussion.
Yes.
And we did it while we were at the Save Against FearCon.
Yes.
But we did it via Zoom for AfroCon.
Yes. We had a busy time.
We had a busy time.
And we also touched on what the reason why we, one of the reasons why we, founded this channel is to try to get more PLCs into the hobby. And that's one thing we talked about too.
So we wanted to share this panel discussion with you. We're going to talk about some of our favorite games for, gateway type games and games that'll help you get beyond Monopoly. And we had two guests on the panel.
Yes, we did.
We had Aaron from GameEnthus.
Yes.
And then we had Maurice
Andrews Jr. He has a channel in his name.
Yes, that's right. It's in his name.
And you gotta check out Maurice because Maurice loves and is an expert on Marvel Champions, the card game.
Yes.
And he knows that like backward and forward, and I love it for
And we had so much
it.
fun talking with these guys about games. So you guys stay tuned and listen to what they had to say.
Yes.
But before we get into all of that, we're gonna hear a word from two of our awesome sponsors.
Yes.
Upper Deck.
Yep.
And KTBG.
Here we go.
Upper Deck produces a collection of premium games for fans of all genres. Their games are just what you're looking for, whether it's a game packed with superheroes fighting villains, secret spies saving the world, or a game filled with magic and potions. Relive some of your beloved moments in film with games from their legendary series and Versus System 2-player card games. Join fantastical adventures in Upper Deck's original games like Dungeon Draft and Keepers of the Quest Star. Upgrade any trading card game or collectible card game with Marvel character card sleeves and playmats from their gaming accessory line. Take your game space to the next level with colorful, fan-worthy gallery prints. Dive into Upper Deck games and enjoy hours of adventure. For more information, visit upperdeckstore.com. Have a blast with your family and friends with games from Kids Table Board Gaming. They have a variety of games to choose from, such as Power Plants, Creature Comforts, Wreck Raiders, and Fossilis. These games bring the fun to the table. KTBG is making casual games for the serious gamers and serious games for the casual gamers. To view all the games in their catalog, visit kidstablebg.com. Upper Deck?
Yes.
Yes, and they've got these awesome card sleeves.
Yes. Now who is that?
This is Magneto.
Yes,
from the X-Men.
The bad good guy. The bad good guy.
Yes, and they got a bunch of different characters.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. A whole bunch of characters.
Storm.
So if you have like a card, a card game, you know, that's kind of, superhero, you can put those on there.
Yes.
You can put them on there. Now, there's one other thing that Upper Deck kind of dropped a little bit is that, in the Legendary series, we might see the Matrix. Ooh. The Matrix, y'all.
Well.
Yes. So I'm excited to see that.
So we gotta stay tuned for that.
We gotta stay tuned for that.
That's right.
Now, with KTBG, let me tell you, Starla.
I can't wait.
I got some happy news.
I can't wait.
Happy news. Maple Valley here, y'all.
Yes.
We got the prototype of Maple Valley.
I can't wait.
Oh, and we gonna put it on the table.
It's so cute. Look. Look at the little animals. They're so cute.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Yes, they are. Now, you have who do you use all the time?
I like the raccoons. They don't have raccoons.
They don't even have mine. They don't have the Bunny Mafia.
No.
So I want to see how, my Bunny Mafia and your people fit into this world. So, because this is still in the Creature Comforts universe, so I want to see what's going on.
Now, don't
so
let
I'm
the
excited.
cuteness fool you.
No. Now, with Creature Comforts, don't let the cuteness fool you, because that is a game.
It is a game.
That is a game, y'all. And so I'm hoping this is a game, too.
I know it will be.
It probably will be. So thank you so much, KTBG, for getting this in our hands, and we're going to check it out. We're going to check it out.
So next up, Mick, the weight loss journey.
Here we go.
Okay, the weight loss journey.
Yes. Now hold up, Starla. Now, you said in our last episode that you wanted to go to the meeting at Weight Watchers to get your mind right.
To get my mind
and
right.
we did that, family.
And we did.
We did. We went early in the morning.
Yes, we did.
It was early. It was early in the morning. We went.
And it was a good session.
Yes, it was.
And I did hear some good words that really encouraged me to really do well this week. And I've done really well this week.
Family, you won't believe. Starla said, I'm done. She said, I'm done. And she started cooking good, healthy, and making me want to do healthy. Which
and
I'm
working out.
And we went to go work out.
We went to work out.
She's been working out.
Yep, 4 days this week.
Yes. And so Starla's going. She said, I'm done, Mick. I'm done. I'm going to do it.
I always say, when we had our journey that last time, it works when you work it.
Yes.
And so when we finished our little session and we heard our little our teacher, our counselor talking to everybody in the class that we had, we went to do our weigh-in.
Yes.
We had been away from doing weigh-ins for about 6 weeks.
We have been away. Yes.
And the scale showed it.
Well, yeah.
For me.
Yeah. I was surprised.
Yes.
I was surprised because I thought it was going to be bad, family. I was only 3 pounds over from the last time we went.
We're not going to talk about how many pounds I went up in 6 weeks. It was not good.
And I think that's what spurred you on.
It was devastating.
To say, I'm done, Mick.
Yeah. It's like, I know how this thing works.
Yeah.
It works when you work it.
Yes.
The program is good. It's solid.
Yeah.
But you got to do the work.
And I don't mind the food that, the healthy food, because I love it. Whatever you cook, I love what you cook. So I'm good with it. Yeah. I am good with it.
So we are
Let's
back
go.
on track. Can't wait till the next weigh-in. We'll give you an update when that happens.
But when we go to BGG, that's a different thing.
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
Yes.
So next up is
Ask OFPG.
All right, Mick, what questions do we have this week?
Got a variety of questions.
Okay.
All right, so we have Joaquin Shad on YouTube. This is for me.
Oh.
This is for me.
Okay.
All right, Nicholas. Just call me Mick. How you doing, Joaquin? It's Star Wars time again. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Andor? I love it. And bonus question, what's your Sith name? Now, let me go through this, family. Let me go through this, Joaquin. 1, I'm not no Sith. I don't like the dark side. Never have. So I don't put my name on that. I am a rebel. I'm with the Alliance. I'm the good guy. So I love that. I love being a good guy. So I'm always for the Alliance and the Rebellion. Always. Now with Andor, like I've been telling some folk, that, and I told Starla this today. I think she would like it because Andor is the Star Wars for grown folk. That's for grown folk. Because we're used to, the laser battles, the space battles, the Death Star blowing up here and there.
That's for grown folks too, right?
No, that's for kids too. That's for kids too.
All right.
But I think Andor has this dramatic side.
Okay.
And this, the spies and how the rebellion started. So I like that. Okay. So that is Star Wars for grown folk.
All right.
Yes.
I'll take that.
So thank you for that question, Joaquin. Now, I got Ivan Jimenez from YouTube.
Okay.
He asked, here are 2 questions for you.
Okay.
Do you have in your collection a game that is very hard to get or out of print? We got a few.
Yeah, we do.
We have a few. We do have a few. And one of them that I'm kind of upset about.
Yeah.
And well, it's a few of them from TMG that went away.
TMG.
Now, some of them are going to come back, but the majority of them, like Yokohama.
Oh yes.
That's not coming back.
Yeah. It's a good game.
Harvest.
Oh, Harvest.
That's not coming back.
Harvest.
Yeah. So a lot of the ones from TMG that sadly closed down.
Yeah.
A lot of those are now out of print and probably won't be back.
Yeah.
And that's the sad thing for me. So that's the sad thing. And then he also asked, and is there a game you don't have that's hard to get that you want to add to your collection? And it's one, and that's Dice Miner that Starla wants, but she only wants the Kickstarter version.
Exactly.
Because she don't want the regular version that's out right now because it has the paper mounting, but she wants the plastic mounting. So I gotta find the Kickstarter version to get it in the collection.
Yes.
So there you go. There you go, Ivan. There you go. And then our last one. Thank you, Ivan. Love you now. Love you.
Thank you.
All right. It's from Shamir Bizwaz, and that's from YouTube.
Okay.
And he asks, do you prefer putting expansions in the base box, or do you prefer keeping expansion boxes separate?
That's a question for you too.
That's
because you do
that. All mine?
That's yours. Yeah.
Is it all mine?
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you. It depends on how big the expansion is, or how small the base box is. So if the base box is big enough, I can put everything in there. If it's not, I'm gonna have to, keep it separate. Now, a lot of people get mad at, they come out with the big boxes to put everything in there, and you're paying a whole lot of money for an empty box, like I've seen you get sometimes,
Yeah, I get very upset about that.
Yes, but you need that empty box so you can put all that stuff in there, and don't have to worry about everything around.
Yeah, first time you told me about getting an empty box, I think it was like $20 for the box.
Yes.
And I'm going to say you spending $20 to get a box to hold stuff that already has a box.
Yes. Yes. And more is coming. Yeah.
Okay.
More is coming. But anyway, so yes, it depends on how the sizes of the boxes and how much I can fit in them. Now, but another question.
Okay.
With all the games you have, do you also upgrade games by sleeving cards or getting upgrade kits like screen printed meeples or geek up bits? Yep. If so, do you pick which games get upgrades? Not really. I try to get upgrades for almost everything.
Yes.
And I try to do that, so I mean, it doesn't really matter. I just try to upgrade everything. Yeah. You try. And for Etsy, the first time I wanted to upgrade something was I went to Etsy and got Lords of Waterdeep, and we changed the cubes to little meeples that were, really cool.
Little cutout meeples.
So so it's really, I just try to get, because I go to BGG and I go into the store, the geek store, and I just buy promos and stuff, just getting stuff and just put them to different games that I have. So family, it doesn't matter. I just try to upgrade. That's me.
That's it.
That's me. Right. I just try to upgrade. So thank you so much for that question.
Thank you for those questions, everybody.
So that's all I got, Starla. That's all I got.
So next up, we're going into board game news.
Yes.
But before we get into that, we have a word from 2 of our other sponsors.
Yes, we do.
Board&Dice and Catan Studio.
Here we go.
Board&Dice designs, develops, and publishes family and strategy board games. Their goal is to make interesting and diverse games that everyone can enjoy. Known for their tea games such as Tabanusi, Tawa Tensuyu, Tekkenu, and Teotihuacan City of Gods, and their most recent crave-worthy releases are Terracotta Army, Tautum, Origins First Builders, Mandala Stones, and Zapotec, just to name a few. If you're looking for challenging games that will give you and your family hours of enjoyment, look no further than Board&Dice. To check out their entire catalog of games and products, visit boardanddice.com. Catan Studio develops and publishes Catan games, the world's preeminent analog game brand. Their games are enduring, consistent, high quality, and yes, family friendly. Catan strives to nurture a community of gamers that are positive, inclusive, and diverse. Their core values and Klaus Teuber's vision remain at the foundation of all Catan content. To learn more and to check out some of their awesome games and merch, visit Catan.com. Board&Dice.
Yes.
They just released some really awesome new games.
We got them right over here, right over here next to me, right over next to me.
Terracotta Army.
Yes, the only T game I can pronounce.
And also Tillatum.
Yes.
Tautum.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yes, and I'm so excited to play those.
Yes.
Because Board&Dice, they be doing their thing.
Yes, they do.
And they introduced some other games at Essen that I'm excited to see too.
Can't wait.
Yes,
Cannot wait.
Let me tell you, Board&Dice doing their thing.
They
are doing their thing, and I love them for it. Love them for it. Yes, they are doing it. Now, another thing is that with Catan Studios, I think you saw last episode. If you didn't see, they have the 3D. It was a 3D expansions that have City of Nights and Seafarers for their big 3D edition that they have.
Yes, that was awesome.
But that's coming out at the end of the month in October. But what they have out now is these really cool, like a variation of tiles that called the helpers, where while you're doing your stuff in your town or trying to build up your Catan town, these can give you some bonus actions that can help you out, and they're so cool. Like this one is Digar, and it says chase robber to desert. Oh. And it says before or after resolving the production roll on your turn, you may move the robber to the desert. Receive one resource of the type produced by the terrain hex that the robber left. I like that.
Oh, that's a good helper.
I like that.
That's a good helper.
He's a helper there. And he takes the robber to the desert. Love that. So yes, you can use, and it's a whole bunch of family. Look, it's a whole bunch of helpers that you can use for different situations. So you can really put some variety in your games. I like that. A whole bunch. And we're going to use it too and let you know. Love it, love it, love it. So that's it.
So next up is some board game news.
Here we go.
All right, Mick, what's in the news this week?
There we go. I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
You like all of your sound effects.
Yes, I do.
But there's some cats out there that are being frightened right now. They are scared.
Family, if I'm scaring your cats or your animals, because I think I scared a bird, I'm so sorry. I love your pets, so I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I disturb your pets. But I hope they enjoy it a little bit. I hope they do. All right, so I don't have much. Right. I got two things.
All right.
But the first one is weird. I try to give y'all different, interesting news. This was weird.
Okay.
All right. So Simon had their YouTube video called the Simon Insider.
Yeah.
And the publisher announced a rather strange collaboration.
Okay.
Now, let me say, when I was young, I listened to a little heavy metal.
Okay.
AC/DC, Black Sabbath, stuff like that when I was young. Because I think we talked before, kids from the 80s listen to a wide variety of music.
We listen to everything
because on our radio we heard everything. I mean, so much. I heard so much. I mean, from Duran Duran, electric music. I mean, it was just all types. Alternative music. It was all types. R&B, everything. So, one of the heavy metal bands I listened to was Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Iron Maiden. They've been around forever. Now, Iron Maiden has a mascot called Eddie. Eddie. He's kind of like a zombie that lives through like every era, and he's on all their album covers and all. I mean, he's a really weird dude.
Eddie the Zombie.
Eddie the Zombie. They call him Old Eddie.
Okay, Old Eddie. He's like their mascot. He comes, later on, Iron Maiden makes so much money now. They have these huge concerts and stuff, and they kind of have him out there, showing. Eddie is ugly. Okay.
Eddie's ugly.
I can believe that.
But he's been around for so long. So now Simon has collaborated with Iron Maiden to bring their mascot Eddie to go into some of their games.
Okay.
Yes. So they'll have character packs, and it will feature miniatures and rules so you can put Eddie in your game. He'll be in Cthulhu, Death May Die, Rising Sun, Massive Darkness 2 that we do have, so Eddie, I'll be getting Eddie. As well as Zombicide, 2nd edition, he does fit in that.
Yeah.
Black Plague, Invader with Zombicide, and also Undead or Alive for Zombicide. So he's gonna be all over the place. Now the character packs can be purchased separately. However, all 3 packs can be purchased for $66.60.
For Eddie?
Yes.
Okay.
That's for the 3 packs. However, 3 packs, and that's one of Iron Maiden's favorite numbers.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, a strange family.
Very.
So I think that's pretty cool though.
But quite apropos, being that we're going to Halloween season.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah,
Perfect
but I'm so glad this because I want Eddie.
Okay.
Yes, I want Eddie. Yes.
I think I can pass on Eddie.
Yeah, I want Eddie. For Massive Darkness 2, I want Eddie. Okay, so now in our last episode, I want to make a correction, family. In our last episode, we were talking about playing Creature Comforts with Charles from Maryland.
Yes.
What's up, Charles? Love you now. Love you. But we called the 4th player Ivan.
Yes.
His name is not Ivan. It's Levi.
Levi.
So sorry, Levi. So sorry that we messed up your name. But it's Levi, not Ivan. It's Levi. But he was a good player because he tried to beat us, but Starla got him. Starla got him. So sorry about that. So I just want to correct that. Now, Starla, what you got?
Okay, so first, I want everybody to go and check out episode 19.
Yes.
It's already out.
Yes.
Of OFPG Voices.
Yes.
Because we have another episode coming out on October 26th, and we have a new contributor that's coming.
Yes.
So you don't want to miss this
No,
one?
you do not.
Yes.
We're going to be coming up with new voices all over the place.
And I'm not going to tell you who he is.
Yes.
Because we want you to check it out for yourself.
Yes.
But you don't want to miss this segment.
No, you don't.
It's a really good one.
Yes, it is.
And we just want to say thank you so much to all of our awesome contributors.
Yes.
And our awesome sponsors who are Board&Dice, Renegade Games, Floodgate Games, and Flat Out Games.
All good ones.
Yes.
All good ones. I tell you. Thank you so much.
So much.
We love y'all.
Now,
Love y'all.
Where will OFPG be next?
Where we going to be?
Well, we're going to be at our game night on October 29th.
Yes.
So if you're in the Omaha area, don't miss it.
Come on.
Starts at 5 p.m. We'll be at Site 1 Brewing.
Yes.
Come on. It's free. There's going to be little snacks and stuff. We're going to have a lot of fun. And we're going to give away games. So you don't want to miss that.
Yes, and also Board Game Wagon will have games, have a little small mini game library. So just come on.
Yeah.
We're going to have games.
And if you got games you want to play you haven't played, bring them with you.
Bring them with you. Yes.
And then after that,
what we got?
We're going to be in Dallas, Texas.
Yes.
BGG Con.
Yes.
And we'll be arriving on November 8th. I was in October.
Yes.
November 8th. We'll be there from the 8th to the 13th.
Yes, we are.
And on the 12th of November, we're going to be doing a live show.
Yes.
It is a panel, and it's called OFPG at BGG Con.
Yes.
And we're going to be sharing our top 10 games for 2022.
With some special guests. We're going to have Lincoln and Nikki from Game Night from BGG. We're also going to have Candace Harris from BGG. Yes. And then Going Analog Group.
Yes.
Because they're going to come on, because we were on their show not too long ago.
That's right.
We were doing, they have a game show on their channel, and we competed, and I think we didn't do that well, because I think I messed up on one thing, but you know, it's okay. But they're going to be there too, so we're going to have a really star-studded panel that's going to be giving games and just talking, and we're going to have some fun.
Yes, and if you haven't signed up, go on to BGG Con right now, sign up, save your seat, come to the show.
Do it.
And you know what? We're going to be giving away games there too.
Some really good games.
Yes. So that's all I have.
That's it. So that's all we got.
Yeah, so now we're going into the heart of the episode.
Yes, we are.
So hello, everybody. Welcome to our panel. We have some wonderful guests here. But before we get started, we want to let you guys know who we are.
Yes.
So for those of you who don't know us, I'm Starla.
I'm Mick.
And we are
our Family Plays Games. Boom! Yes, let's get this started.
Welcome.
Yes.
And so we have some distinguished guests here.
Yes, we do.
Who are going to be talking with us today.
Yes, we do.
And we're going to start with our wonderful guest here, Aaron. So Aaron, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I run a small site called GameEnthus.com, where I do board game stuff, video game stuff, reviews, previews, things like that. And I love talking board games. Happy to be here.
All right. Thank you so much. And then we also have Maurice. Maurice, please introduce yourself.
Oh, thank you. My name is Maurice Andrews Jr. and my YouTube is Maurice Andrews Jr. because I'm not creative, but I love doing board game reviews. A lot of my content has gone towards Marvel Champions. That's my favorite game. And yeah, just come and find me. And if you don't agree with me, I love debating. So I'd love to hear some of the thoughts that you all have on some of the topics I have.
Okay, well, that's awesome.
Yes.
So what we're going to talk about today are some games that will get you beyond Monopoly.
Yes.
Now, about a year or so ago, we did a whole series called Beyond Monopoly, where we talked to people who have played games in their childhood, and all they know is Monopoly and Sorry and Scrabble and stuff like that. And we want to find those games that will get you beyond that point. So we've got our list. Each one of us are going to give you 3 games that we believe will get...
Already clowning.
And so we'll discuss those games, and everybody will tell you why they think this is a game that's going to help you get beyond Monopoly. And then hopefully these games will do just that.
Yes.
So we're going to start off. Let's start off with Aaron, since his name starts with A.
Yeah.
And we're going to do number 3. And after you, we'll go to Maurice. Then we'll go to you.
Yes.
And then we'll come to me.
Yes.
Okay.
Give me your number 3 game for these people.
Okay, my number 3 game is Quicks.
Oh.
Okay.
Which it's a pretty simple roll and write, family style. Basically, you're like marking off different numbers and different rows. And this was one of the first roll and writes that I got into. I never really played Yahtzee growing up. I knew what it was. I played it, but I didn't own it. I don't think we owned it. But this is what really got me into a lot of roll and writes. And roll and writes are like my, or verb and writes, flip and writes, whatever. I like my favorite mechanic, period. So it started off with Quicks. And this is one of those games where it's like has the Mensa sticker on it and all that kind of stuff. But it's a lot of fun. And it's one of those games I think you can find at Target or your funny local gaming store less than $10 and plays 2 to 5, about 15 minutes. So Quicks.
That's a good one.
That's
Okay.
cool. That's cool. That's cool.
All right, so Maurice, what's your number 3?
Absolutely. I hope y'all don't be too disappointed in me. But I was thinking back to the way that my family plays a lot of games. We at family reunions, we have a lot of spades tournaments, dominoes tournaments, and things like that. So my number 3 is The Crew.
Okay.
I think that it is a super fun game that gets rid of one of the main problems of co-op games, which is quarterbacking or alpha gaming, as you may hear. You know, if you've played spades, normally you have a partner and you're trying to win as many hands as you can. Well, in this one, you're trying to get people to win certain hands. So if you're accustomed to playing trick-taking games like spades, like hearts. It's a cooperative version, but you can't talk around the table. So it helps with trying to figure out how to communicate with people. There's a little way that you can show what's your highest hand or what suit you have and try to play the hand as best as you can. I think it's amazing with another spin on trick taking, as well as it's a really good team building exercise. I like to take it to work, and a lot of my coworkers love playing it. So that's my number 3.
Okay, what you got, Aaron?
What you got, Aaron?
I just want to say, Maurice, just God bless you that you brought that game to the table and people were receptive of it, because I tried that. And the thing is about it, I tried it and told people it's like spades. It's just we're all working together. It went over like it was horrible.
You gotta keep.
I still have the scars. So I'm glad it worked out for you.
That needs to be at the cookout. We gotta get that to the cookout.
I don't want to
I agree.
It's still worth trying. It's just it did not work for me.
Still get on each other about the game.
Yes, Aaron, it did not work. So when you said that, and Maurice, somebody you got to work together. My eyes just glossed over.
So I don't want to discourage people. Right. Still try it. It's
Let me tell y'all, family. We got both of them. We got the crew in space, and we got the crew in the ocean. You know, because Cosmos, they kind of crazy. They said, "Hey, we want you guys to have it." I said, "Don't you know who this is? Do you know who this is?"
You don't do co-op.
I said, "Cosmos."
That's hilarious.
But they said, "We just want you to try it." I'm like, "That's fine, because I'll try it. I'll take it somewhere and get it done. I'll take it."
My man.
All right. So,
you.
want me to
it's me?
It was really you.
Oh, okay, it's me. I'm ready. My number 3 is downforce everything. Everything they make, you get downforce.
I like that.
Everything from Restoration Games that can take a whole bunch of people. You can take it to the cookout, and you tell Uncle Jerry over there, you can bet Uncle Jerry. You can bet.
What?
You can bet on
I like that.
You go betting on the horses. You can bet on these cars. Come on over here. Come over here and bet. It'll be good.
That's great.
Restoration Games downforce. It's basically you're betting. You're racing cars with cars with cards. It is so much fun. Do it.
Okay. How many games is that? Is that one or how many? You said everything. How many?
So they have maps. So you'll get the base game, and then about like 3 or 4 maps. That's it.
It's in Target, right?
It's in Target. They have one exclusively for Target. Yeah. Okay. But you don't need to do Target. You can just go to find and get everything. All maps.
Starla, it's one collective of games. So it's just
he has that habit of when we say one game, he says everything, and that's like 10 games under one spot.
I mean, what are rules if not meant to be broken? I mean,
that's
rules are meant to be broken.
Yes. He never gets the criteria right. It's always different. But anyway, my number 3, and it's just one, and that is Ticket to Ride, North America map. And I think that's a great game because everybody can understand how.
I like it.
Yes.
You know, you go on ticket to a show, a ticket on a train, ticket on an airplane. So you can understand, okay, I've got this ticket, I'm going to a destination. And so you can understand that. Then you've got these cute little trains that are all colorful, and you just put your little trains on the board, and then you've got the cards that match up. So I think it's really easy to explain. But the main thing is letting people know you've got a ticket and a destination. You have to fulfill that destination with your trains. So whenever we pull out Ticket to Ride for people, it seems to go over really well. Now, that's not my favorite Ticket to Ride per se, but I think it's a great starting point for people. And I only picked one because it's a nice starting point for people. That's why I think it's a great gateway game. And that's by Days of Wonder.
What is your favorite Ticket to Ride?
Tell your trade.
My favorite Ticket to Ride is actually Pennsylvania.
Right here, Pennsylvania.
I like the Pennsylvania map. They have the little stocks and stuff you can buy, the different railroad stocks or whatever, or shares. I like Pennsylvania. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
I've never played that one.
Okay. I think York is on the map. I think
it is.
I think York is on the map.
So we're in Pennsylvania, and that's my favorite map. Okay. All right, so that's the third one. So now let's go to your number 2, Aaron.
Yeah.
Okay, so one social deception is not something that my family really enjoys. So one of the first games I got into that had social deception was cool, and we got this version. This version at first.
Okay.
Let's go.
And everybody has a role. You know, you're bluffing. You could either really have to roll. Everybody has different powers. We really got into it, really liked it. And then I saw some of the artwork. for the newer one, and I knew I had to
that's
have
okay.
another version. So I was like, once I saw the contest, I was like, yeah, I need this other version.
There you go.
So,
Okay.
But cool, it's quick. You can play it in like 10, 15 minutes, but it's a little bit of social deception. A lot of people aren't really into that, but because it's a quick inning thing, you're not taking a roll for 45 minutes. You just bluff real quick and see who wins. So the cool.
Cool.
I'm sorry, it's just cool.
like
It's not
that.
the cool. It's
Cool.
cool.
It's cool.
Just cool.
No, it's cool.
Maurice, what's your number 2?
Another disappointing co-op, but I'm a huge deck builder. I love deck builder games, but I think this one has one of the most simplest systems out there, and it's super easy to teach, and it's a very popular IP. But it's the Harry Potter Battle for Hogwarts.
Yeah.
It's an IP that a lot of people like. I know J.K. Rowling is always in trouble in one way or another.
Yeah.
So if you don't like Harry Potter, there's a Toy Story version of it. So I think that it's a very cool system that's super easy to teach. What I like about the Harry Potter one is they take you through each of the different years, so that each of the different characters that you can purchase to play in your hand all are a part of or were introduced in whatever book that you're playing as. And in terms of deck building, it's very simplistic, where each of the different heroes are asymmetrical with their powers, and the expansion is phenomenal for it, where it adds a couple of more people. So if you don't want to play with Harry, Ron, Neville, or Hermione, you can play with I think it's Ginny and Luna, which I know are a couple of the popular heroes in the series. So yeah, I'm a huge deck builder fan. I think that this one is a system that have lasted for a long time and still feels good when you bring it to the table, and it's super easy to teach. So that's my number 1 gateway for deck builders, but it's landed at number 2 for me.
Okay.
Is there a solo mode in it?
Yeah, you can play a solo if you want to.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what's your number 2, sweetheart?
He making that face.
No, I'm cool. It's Azul, the first one. It's Azul.
Just one?
There's one.
Okay.
Azul, because I know, Azul Stained Glass and Azul Summer Pavilion, and the new one, Azul Queen Garden, is a little bit more, harder than a gateway. So I think Azul, the first one, is a great gateway to get people involved. So if they really like Azul, they can move up the chain, move up that chain. So yeah, from Plan B game, and it's a real good one. Now, at the cookout, it might still make some people mad, but anyway, I think it's a real good game for a family. Good gateway.
That's a good one. And,
Yeah,
that is a good one.
Story behind that one,
Yeah.
because originally it's not like Azul.
No, she did not.
We supposedly learned to play it when we were still in Houston, and the guy who taught us the game didn't teach it well. And so that's another thing for me.
That's tough.
You got to be able to teach the game where people understand it.
Yeah.
So I hated it. We never had any Azul in our collection. And then Marcus
down there.
Marcus Ross.
Man, full name.
I think it was 2 years ago or last year?
It was
Last
2019.
No. It was actually last year.
2020. Yeah.
And so Marcus came to NewCon, and he had this giant Azul game with the big, huge pieces. And he showed me how to play the game in about 5 minutes. So it's all in the way you teach the game. And from that point on, I fell in love with Azul, and we went and got everything. But I mean, I was hating the game. And then Marcus said, just try it. I tried it, and I was hooked. So when you introduce games to new people, make sure you know how to teach the game. Yeah. Because that's important, because these rule books can be daunting.
And I love green lights, so when she gave me the green light, I got everything. I got it all.
I mean, we had no Azul games.
No Azul.
Until Marcus helped us spend our money.
Yes. Marcus spent our money. It's his fault. Yes, it's his fault.
So my number 2.
So tell us, what is your favorite Azul now, out of the 4?
Okay, my favorite Azul right now is Queen's Garden.
Okay.
Love Queen's Garden.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
It's more difficult than the original, but I love it. So it's really nice. Okay, my number 2.
Yes.
My number 2 is a beautiful game called Enchanted Plumes.
How you love that
by
game?
That's a
Calliope
good
Games.
one. That is
I
a
haven't
good
played
game.
that one.
Now we introduce it to people, they love it because it's not this. It's simple, but it has a complexity to it that people like. You've got this peacock. You're building a peacock, and you've got these different color feathers that you're going to put into the plume. And so it's easy for people to understand how this game works. So when you're building that plume, you want the top layer of your plume to be as low as possible because that's going to be a negative amount. And then all the other layers of your plume, you want to try to build up points. But when you put it on the table, it's pretty to look at. And I just think it's really easy for people to grasp. We've had no trouble with showing people enchanted plumes and them catching it really well. So I think it's a good game to bring in new people.
You love that game.
I do.
It's a fantastic game.
It is a good game.
I'm a huge fan of that game.
So do you really think that's a gateway game?
Yes, we've
Really?
introduced it to a lot of people and they like it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Number one.
Number one.
Aaron, what's your number one?
Number one is an area control game that
Well, let's
really
go.
kind of like launched me into, even though I don't like area control that much, it launched me into hobbyist board gaming, and that is Vi.
Vi?
Whoa.
Yes,
Oh, never heard
Vi.
it.
So I live in the
So
DC area. So I live in Maryland, and at one of the Renwick Art Gallery, one of the Smithsonian's, they had this thing called I forgot what it's called, but it's an event where they have video games, board games, and I'll bring my girls there. This is maybe like 2017, 2018.
Mhm.
And somebody was demoing this game, Sand Hat Games. They were demoing Vi, and we played it. We really liked it. I went to Amazon, bought it, and my whole family liked it. Wife, 3 kids, we all really enjoyed it. And this really is what got me into hobbyist games, like this game right here. And it's just everybody has like a set of royal family cards, and they can all sort of. The whole point of the game is like you're laying out cards, and once you have a set of cards that are alike, you get to claim it. But then there's 4 of each. But so if you put down 2, hey, you have 2 spots. But somebody else has a third, they get to claim all 3, removing your wooden pegs. So you're just building out like this big map of cards and trying to control the most area. And then everybody has a set of royal family cards, and they all can sort of control areas around them where they're placed. So it's really good. So I mean, I know it's at some local stores, but I did get it on Amazon. But Vi, this is the one that did it.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
All right, Maurice, give me your number one.
It's another dirty co-op,
Oh, here we go.
but it's the Chronicles of Crime. So
Okay.
this is the Millennium series. I would highly recommend the original first, because the game does get more complex as they release them. So with the original, you are playing as a detective, and you go in, and it's app integrated, so you'll have it on your phone. So it's a nice entryway into apps for board games. So you use a QR scanner, and you go through and you talk to different people. There are cards that's laid out. There's different locations you can visit, and there's different items that you can talk about. And the game comes with, I want to say 5 or 6 missions, and then you can buy some more. There's a huge community that are creating their own mysteries that you can download for yourself. This game is still coming out with new expansions and new games. So it's something, if somebody loves, they can just dive right into it and continue collecting them. But yeah, it's a super fun. I know, especially us people of color, we love our mysteries. We love our, documentaries on cold cases and all of these. And this is a way for you to have a seamless interaction with it that's super fun, super easy to pick up, and extremely easy to teach. And I think that the more people around, the merrier, because it's funny hearing other people's theories as you're going through figuring out what's going on. And it's so fun whenever you're in one location talking to somebody, and you come back to that location and they're gone, and the whole table is going crazy because now you're trying to figure out where that dude ran off to. So I think it's a super fun mystery game. If you loved Clue, this is that next step of actually solving more complex murders. I think my only caveat to it is they do have some strong, mature themes. So if depending on if you have a family, I wouldn't recommend it for anyone younger than a teenager, but I do think that it's worth the time to put into it. It's such an intricate system, and it's so fun and so simple to both play and teach.
That's cool.
Awesome.
That's cool. That's
Okay.
cool.
All right. What's your number one? What's your number one?
What?
One.
All right, so I picked for my number one, Catan everything. Catan everything. Get all of it. Get all of it. Get every one of them. Catan. That's what brought us in. Settlers of Catan, but now it's Catan. So get the first one. Then after that, get Seafarers. Then just go down the list.
But all of them are not Gateway.
No,
all of them. No, all of them are not Gateway.
Listen, they're pretty easy. I mean, it's straight off of Catan now. The first one.
No.
Oh wow!
We'd love to see
it. Catan, the first one, throw in Seafair.
You can't let him loose with a list.
Wow,
y'all funny, man. Y'all are funny.
I mean, it ties in with your whole origin. It all, you know, it's full circle.
Okay. Moved in.
One. Okay, so he had this one, not everything.
Oh, that's funny.
Just throw it in. Throw it in.
All right.
Okay, the last one on my list.
Yes.
And I blame Marcus for this one too.
Yeah, Marcus gets the blame.
Let's go.
Thank you much.
And he taught us this game too. And this one is called No Thanks.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's right over there.
Oh, I never heard of this one.
No Thanks. And actually, I have it. We have it right here. We brought it with us, our copy. And there you go. No Thanks. And you see it's
right there. No Thanks.
No Thanks.
Okay.
And so we actually just tried it out.
Yes.
With the family that came yesterday. That came up to see us from Delaware. And they have a 9-year-old, an 11-year-old, and then the mom and the dad, people of color.
It's black folk, y'all, black folk.
And they absolutely loved it.
Yes, in Delaware.
They loved it. The kids loved it. Such a hit. So we're so happy to have this in our collection. So happy that Marcus, I don't know if I get it right. Happy that Marcus taught it to us.
That's a good game. That is a good one.
It's simple. It's fun. People laugh. The kids loved it. I mean, this is family gateway all day.
Yes.
And this is by Amigo Games. Love it. Would share it anytime. And I think it's a great thing for people.
It is. It's a good one.
Get out of Monopoly.
Yes. Monopoly. No Thanks is a good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So those are our games. I hope people will get a chance to, look at some of the games we put on our list. And I love that we have this, variety of people from different walks, because every one of us has something different to say. And I know, but you all introduced me to games I hadn't heard of. Aaron is really good at bringing up some unique game. And
I agree.
When we watch our Voices show, Aaron is on OFPG Voices, and when I watch his stuff and he's teaching the game, it's something like, where do you find this game? So it's all unique. But I love that everybody, and Maurice, you included, even though I don't care for your games. No, that's just me. But what you're doing, you're reaching a segment of people that really like, those kind of games. And I'm happy that it's not just my opinion. This is I'm going to reach a segment, and you're reaching a segment. Aaron's going to reach a segment.
Yeah.
I don't know about him.
We know about him. We know.
A lot of people listen to what I say.
But you know what? I appreciate you guys, finding these games where you found some uniqueness and nuances that will be relatable to people who are new to the hobby. So I want to applaud you guys for doing the work. Thank you so much.
I appreciate y'all.
Yes,
I appreciate being invited.
We ain't done that.
Yeah, likewise.
Well, we're supposed to talk. How can we get people of color?
Okay, you want to lead that?
No, you lead that. You get that.
Okay, so now that we have some games out there that you can look up, go to BGG, look up these games and see if you like them. So now, I guess our discussion would be, what do you think? What does it take to help somebody get beyond Monopoly? And I'm gonna start with you, Aaron.
So we gotta get them out of that room with Marvels versus DC and come in this room. We gotta get them. How do we do that? But how do we do that?
I would say part of it is like a captive audience thing. People, when you have family coming through for holidays, people swinging by, or we'll be in the area. You just kind of let's try this thing out, and you introduce them to something and just get them interested. Because a lot of people, when they walk into my game room, they just look and they're just like, I didn't know this many games existed. It's like, oh, this is there's thousands. People are like this. I'm like, there's so many things out here, and you pick off something like something simple, like it's not really a gateway thing, but a game like Blank Slate, very simple game.
Yeah,
place, I think, up to 8. Everybody gets a little pad, and it's a whole deck of cards with just one word on it and a space. Either space is before the word or after it, and everybody writes down. So if it's space yard, then everybody's writing down probably backyard. But if you write something, if you match up with one other person, you get 3 points, both of you. If you match up with more than one person, you all get 1 point. And it's games like that they're not hobbyist games, but they get people to understand, like, there's a lot out here. And you start off with something simple, and then you try to get a little more depth and a little more complex. And hopefully people are receptive to it. And, you know, and it kind of starts off with just family, people who, you know, they love you. They're not going to leave. They're not going to walk out on you. You know,
right.
Well, we out here for the weekend. Let me roll those dice. You know. And that's where it starts, really. Awesome. And honestly, I could probably do a better job because I don't really talk about my board gaming habits as much on like a Facebook. I don't know why. I still have this weird separation, and that's on me. I need to sort of just combine more of those things together. People know I'm into it, but they only really get into it if I'm talking to them or they're in my home or they ask me a question. I don't often just like, hey, you know, are you into this? So also something like BGA I think helps too. Yeah. Because if you can get somebody to sign up for a free account and then start a game with them, and they can start to see this stuff that they're familiar with us up there, and then you can just say, why don't we try this? And then you say, well, you know, there's a physical version of it. You can buy it. You can play with your family. And there's things like that.
Yeah.
So it starts off with a captive audience.
I like that. Okay, so captive audience for you. Maurice, what do you think? What do you do to get people beyond Monopoly?
I try to keep it short because I got like 3 answers to this. For one, I think this is why IP matters. So I know a lot of people get frustrated with the amount of Marvel that's in the community, but everybody recognizes Marvel. And you know, with us as blacks, I can't speak for other people of color, but I mean, you can look behind Aaron, and Aaron, you can look back and tell me how many black people you see back there. And I think that can be a frustrating thing to relate to, but you can relate to Iron Man. You can relate to, you know, the Hulk or whoever, because the MCU has kind of catered us to these heroes for over 2 decades. I mean, if you want to start with Blade, right? So I think that IP matters because it's an easy way, you know, if it's an area control game, you're like, hey, it's Marvel, let's try this Marvel game out, and they will start to make the connections with area control mechanics, right? And then to kind of seep into the actual deal of representation matters. I think that we are starting to see more people of color in games now, and I know that there has been some struggle with that. There's been some designers that took it too far, or took it, you know, into an idea that they probably didn't fully flesh out, but those are going to be the growing pains of getting our culture into gaming, right? So I think that we're starting to see, because I thought it was super cool. One of my favorite games is Aeon's End, and to see the majority of that cast be black was phenomenal, or at least people of color, and that meant something to me. You know, I saw that on the table and I loved it. And my friend who introduced it to me was white. He was like, oh man, this game is phenomenal. And I'm like, man, you see all that color on the table? But for me, like, that was cool to me. So that was, you know, I was already past Monopoly phase, but it was something refreshing for me. So I don't know if that's up to like us as consumers of this to find a way to get ourselves into the designer space, but I think that, you know, we have to figure out how to get more people of color into the designer space. And then my last answer is us as heralds of or stewards or ambassadors of board gaming. Similar to what Aaron was saying, I think that we have to find a way to kind of push the envelope of bringing more games to the table that's different than spades, or different than dominoes, or different than Tonk or Gin or Egyptian rat screw or whatever. You know, we know that we like card games, so we can start introducing more card games. I thought that was a good idea on Aaron to bring up something like Coup, that you know we like to be competitive, and if we got to be deceptive to get it, we gonna get it. So I think that at least for us, we have to be more take the initiative to reach out to family or friends or just communities in general. I think y'all doing a phenomenal job with this con right now. Like, this is what gets more of us into the space. And if more of us get into the space, we open up the opportunities to have more Black or Asian or Hispanic or Pacific Islander designers to bring that cultural piece into the board gaming space. So I know that was a lot, but those are some of the thoughts when I saw y'all send that question to me. Like, this is what I would like to see, because when I go to my local board gaming shop, I'm more than likely the only Black dude in there, maybe one other guy over there playing Magic or something. So like, that's, I want to see more of us in there, because I know that we can do it. And yeah, there might be kind of that racial stint that's there, but I think that because of what's happening right now in this call, the opportunity is there, and maybe it's on us to be kind of the pioneers to get more people of color involved.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that. Hey, Maurice, that's good, man.
That was a good answer.
That's good one. That's a good one.
And I agree, you know, especially with having more designers and publishers of color. You know, that's one thing we love about Marcus. You know, he's a designer of color, and he makes games that are relatable to people. And I think that's awesome. And it's a unique thing to have a designer who is of color in Omaha.
In Omaha. They got a secret game right now that he can't tell nobody about, but I want to hear from it sooner or later.
So we love having him. And we love talking about Marcus just because other people need to know that your race and all that does not prohibit you from getting into this hobby. If you want to design a game,
beautiful answer. Love that.
Yeah, so
and he looks like us.
Exactly.
So don't be tripping. Yeah, he looks like us.
You have an answer for this question?
Well, no, you did good. Maurice did good, and Aaron did good.
And you're not going to have an answer for the question?
What?
You don't have an answer for the question?
Well, shoot, you know my answer is that we need to get some Black folk on those tables, man. And they need to stop being afraid. They need to have open minds and open hearts. And saying it's not no kids don't. Oh, I don't play no more because, you know, when I was a kid. Stop right there. Stop right there. Because I'm gonna tell you something. 90% of things in our house, a kid cannot play.
Yeah.
You know, you put Carnegie in front of them, they're gonna run, and they better run.
Talk about it.
Was that Mystic or Terra Mystica in front of them? Boy, they're gonna be running. So, I mean, those games, you know, take some mind. And we got it, you know, Black folk, we got it. So we just need to play those games. That's all it is. So we just got to keep hitting them in front of them. And these are the games that are cool. You know, let's play Down Force. Yeah, let's go Down Force. Play Down Force. But then we got Formula D right in the back. So that's what we got to keep doing. Got to keep moving it.
It's awareness. And my thing is just they need to be aware. Just like Aaron had said, people see his collection like, oh, I didn't know these games existed.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't know.
We don't know.
And it's awareness. We actually had an Uber driver, was it yesterday? Yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
And it was a Black guy who drove us around. And, you know, whenever we see somebody of color, we're throwing out a card.
No. Hold on. That's not we do it. That's Starla do it. Starla flip out a card in a minute on somebody and say, oh, you thinking about games? Boop, there you go. You know?
I like that. There you go. She doing the Lord's work.
She's doing the Lord's work, baby.
But that's called marketing. I got 20 years in marketing. You gonna market, you got to market to people. So we were in the car with the guy, and he was bringing us back, and we were talking to him about stuff, and we wondered why we were here. We're like, oh, board game convention. Let me give you our card. He had no idea stuff like this existed and that people like us were involved in it. So we told him, check out our channel, subscribe, and hopefully he will. Yeah. But he did not know until he met us. So that's the thing you have to do.
And then on the other coin, on the other side of the coin is that to get these publishers and designers, especially the publishers, to advertise and to market to people that look like us.
Yes.
Don't assume through your bias and stereotype that folks that look like us don't buy nothing. We buy your games.
Yeah.
Shoot, we buy a lot of stuff. We buy games.
Too many of them.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
Really didn't know that. And we had to, make that clear to a lot of them. We will spend, people of color, we will spend our money on what we want. Yes, but how are we going to spend our money on what we want if we don't even know it exists?
Yes.
But once we know it exists in the market, we will spend our money just like anybody else. And so I think that's one of the turning points we're seeing in the hobby, where they're understanding people of color buy these games too, if they know about it.
If you know about it. Because you can all day long put black folk on your cover, put black folk in your cards and in your art.
To make you feel
to
good.
make you feel good. But if you're not getting to the people that look like that, you ain't doing jack, baby. You're not doing nothing. You're not doing nothing.
Checking the box.
Checking the box. That's right. And we got to stop that.
And even communicating to us and say, "Oh, I want you to do something," and then you don't talk to no other black folk. You don't mark it. That's checking the box too. Right. We don't like that either.
We don't like that either.
Yeah.
But so that's it. Anything else you want to ask our wonderful panelists?
Well, I think that's about it. That's it.
Well, this has been awesome.
Yes, it has been awesome.
And I thank you guys again for taking time out of your day to spend time with us here at AfroCon.
Yes. And Maurice, this is not the last time we're going to talk to you, man.
No, it's not.
Oh, it better not be.
No. We're going to wrangle you in.
Honor.
Wrangle you in. Because see, we got Aaron on board. We got Marcus. You know, those are OFPG family. We're going to bring you too.
We will wrangle.
We're going to be family.
I appreciate that.
We're going to bring you in, baby. We're going to bring
I appreciate that.
Yeah. And no, it's not an option.
No, it's not an option.
Isn't that right, Mark?
Marcus, where
yes,
you at?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Let me tell you something.
What do you need me to do?
It's not about this. This is funny, and I'm going to say about Marcus.
Right.
Marcus can show up anywhere, and if we're on a panel or something, we will call Marcus up.
Yes.
He don't get an option.
No,
he can't say no.
No.
We're like, on the panel. Marcus is like,
Marcus,
okay.
I'm gonna be on the panel. Yes, Marcus, just show up when we tell you, and you're on there.
Right. Now he will be in the audience.
Marcus is just modest. Marcus is awesome. He's just modest.
He never tells us no, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's why we love him for it. There you go. There you go.
There he is.
This is focusing on me just a bit.
What?
Too much Marcus.
We appreciate that.
We love Marcus. We love him.
I appreciate all of you guys. And Aaron, we appreciate you.
Yes.
We enjoyed meeting you at PAX too. That was so much fun.
Yes,
that was a delight.
And we're glad you're at OFPG Voices.
Yes,
we're so glad you're on there.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be a part of it. I love doing it.
Yeah, we love you being on there.
And he's rocking the gear, man. He's
rocking the gear. He's representing.
I respect that.
Maurice, you got to represent too. Maurice.
Hey, do y'all do hoodies?
Yeah, we do hoodies. Hey, let me
tell you.
One of the ladies here in the family.
Oh, that's what he got. That's hilarious.
Yeah, he got a hoodie. She has
that's hilarious.
She's got a hoodie just
like that.
But it's white.
It's white, yeah, but she got a hoodie on here too.
All right, we're not going to keep you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining OFPG, or Our Family Plays Games, and our panel about getting beyond Monopoly. Thanks again. Hope you guys have a great time at AfroCon, and we appreciate you. So bye, everybody. We out.
Bye-bye now. Bye.
All right, so that was our wonderful panel discussion.
Yes, it was, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
Yes, Beyond Monopoly.
With some good games.
Great game suggestions from both Aaron and Maurice.
Even though Maurice had all the co-ops on there,
he did.
It was still cool. It was still cool. Yes.
It was cool. So we hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yes.
And we were so happy to be able to share that with you.
Yes, we wanted to share that with you because hey, we just want to keep spreading the joy and the love of board games.
Yes.
Yes, and getting everybody into it.
Exactly.
Yes. So that means show anybody that is kind of scared to get into the hobby, show them this.
Help them get beyond Monopoly.
Yes, help them get beyond Monopoly. All right.
All right, so Mick, what did we get this week?
Oh, Starla, here we go.
All right, Mick, what did we get?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, I want to thank Asmodee for sending us this. First one is Marvel Champions Mutant Genesis.
Okay.
Yes, we're gonna have Colossus in here, Shadow Cat. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. Oh, we got some bad guys too. Oh, Magneto's in this too.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is really, really cool. So I'm really, really excited about playing this because I got everything else and I'm excited about that. Then, along with that family, we got Phoenix, and I heard this is really cool because the Dark Phoenix might come out in the cards and really mess up stuff. So we got Phoenix.
Okay.
And we got the boyfriend, Cyclops. We got Cyclops. We got the boyfriend, Cyclops. So there they go. So thank you, Asmodee, for that.
Thank you so much.
Now, we did a preview for a Kickstarter that was coming out from Board Game Tables. and that was, remember Habitats?
Habitats,
So
yes.
this is the Kickstarter version,
Yes.
and really excited about this. A tile
my
laying
goodness.
game that you go around a little Jeep, with tiles and making a tableau.
Yeah.
So building your zoo, it's kind of like
a wildlife park.
preserve.
Yes. It's a wildlife park or something.
And then look, we got two. We got some of the wooden animals.
Wooden animals.
Yeah, we got wooden animals that came with the Kickstarter
this is a
version.
good one.
Yeah, it is a good one.
It is a good one. Look at that cover. That is so pretty.
It is a good one. So
look at that.
Yeah, and like on some of our previews, when we say that we can't wait to get the final copy, this is one of them.
This is why.
We're glad to get the final copy of them and check them out. So that's what we got. Now, family, I went to Target today. Yes. I went to Target. Mm-hmm. Yes, I did. I went
Couldn't
to Target.
help himself.
Yes. I went to Target. Mm-hmm. And I was getting something, but for some reason, the aisles that have the games keep calling me. Yeah. They call me, family.
This is why I don't like him to go to Target and Walmart by himself.
And it's this one game I wanted. Mm-hmm. And it's the Great American Mail Race that it's sponsored by the United States Postal Service. And it's kind of like a race game, and I wanted to check it out.
So he had to get it.
So I had to get it. I heard a lot of good things about it. So I wanted to get it. Because I go to the post office every day. So I want to, tip my hat off to the U.S. Postal Service. So I want to get the game. That's my purpose. That's my purpose.
Yeah.
All right. So now, the next two from Asmodee 2. Thank you, Asmodee. And it's one that I'm really excited to check out.
Okay.
I know a little bit about it, but I want to find out more. And that is 3,000 Scoundrels. It's kind of a different game where it's the Wild West, but kind of with technology. Oh. So it's really cool.
3,000 Scoundrels.
Yeah, 3,000 Scoundrels. You kind of you build up your character to do different things. It's really cool, And we'll hatch a plan and bluff your way to victory. Hey. So I'm really excited about 3,000 Scoundrels. I've heard some good things about it, so we're definitely gonna check that out. And I'm gonna get Starla to play with me. Yeah. Now this next one, family, I don't think Starla's gonna play, but I wanted to get it because I'm gonna play it.
Okay.
I'm gonna play it. Because I want to check it out. Because it's the hotness. It's the hotness. Thank you, Asmodee, first. And then it is Twilight Inscription. Now, Twilight Inscription is in the Twilight Imperium universe. Twilight Imperium is 8 hours. This rolling right here, they say is 2 hours. This is the light version. And I want to check that out and see what's up. Now, Starla, she ain't gonna do it. Cause
you already lost me at 8 hours, and then you said rolling right.
No. This is 2 hours. It's not the 8.
But then you got rolling.
The main game, Twilight Imperium is 8 hours. Yeah. This is just 2.
Okay.
So you might try that.
I'll look at it. I'll take it because I'm getting better at trying some other stuff. But we'll
really,
see.
you're getting better.
But I'm not better at 8 hours though. Now,
no, this is 2.
Yeah, I know.
This 2.
But I'm just saying I'm getting better at other stuff. But I'm not better at 8 hours.
No, I know you. I would never ask you to even try Twilight Imperium.
No.
I'm scared of it, but I do want to try it. But
it may be a good game.
No,
but you lost me.
Yes, we'll lose her after 3 hours.
Yeah,
we'll lose her. We'll lose her. But thank you so much, Asmodee, for this. Thank you so much. Now I got one more thing.
Okay.
One more thing. Now the reason why I was at Target.
Oh, here comes the reason.
It was to get this. It was this little T-ball infusion.
So the T-ball is what made you go to the game aisle to get the game. Because you went for the T-ball. Okay. All right. So why are you getting a T-ball?
I got the T-ball because you remember our old friends at Many Worlds Tavern?
Yes. Our former sponsors.
Many Worlds Tavern.
Well, coffee.
We got noticed that something was coming.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? Yeah. What's coming? So they sent us this box. And when I opened it up, family, let me tell you, I love Many Worlds Tavern's coffee. But lately I've been doing, teas too, and doing coffee and tea, and I do tea at night and I do coffee in the morning.
You do.
I just love it. So they're doing tea now.
Okay.
They're doing tea. So they have eight flavored teas.
Wow.
8. And they just started, and they sent us 2 of them so we could check it out. And this one is Verdun Harbor.
Ooh.
Verdun Harbor. That's it. And let me tell you, family, the art on these things are so beautiful. Look at the art on there. The art, it's almost game art.
Yeah.
It's all game art.
Oh, their presentations are always nice.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then this one is called Sage Gate.
Oh, wow.
And just, I mean, just beautiful. And then they have like a story behind it. Back door to the tavern. I mean, it's just really, isn't that cool?
Oh, these are wonderful.
It's really cool. And then, you know, they also have like other little cards. What's in here? You know, they have other little cards about each one of the teas in here. And you can use some of these cards out here for like D&D and stuff like that. So they're really into games. So that's really, really cool.
Well, thank you so much for sending that.
Mini World's Tavern, thank you so
Appreciate
much. And check out their website for, you know, the different teas they have, because I'm definitely have to check it out.
Yes.
Eight of them.
Eight.
I love it. That's why I got my T-bar ready.
Yeah.
Got my T-bar ready. So that's it.
That's it?
That's
Okay.
it. So
All right.
Starla, where can we get our merch from? Tell me, please.
Well, if you're looking for Our Family Plays Games
Yes,
merch, go to
yes.
spring.com.
Yes.
And we are launching a new shirt today.
What we got? What we got?
A new shirt today.
What?
And it's one of our slogans from OFPG Voices called Make This World a Better Place, one board game at a time.
Yes.
And one of our local graphic designers, it's Netta
Here.
J Designs, and it's Lynetta Lee.
Yes.
She designed the shirt. So Grant will show a picture of it. So check us out. We've been saying we're going to get a new shirt out.
We got it.
This is a shirt. We finally got it up. So check it out. Get one and help us make this world a better place, one board game at a time.
Yes, yes, yes. And Lynetta, thank you so much. Yes, yes, yes. So Starla, I want to ask you, Starla, where can folks, if they say, well, hey, I want you to go try out these folk called OFPG, where can they send them? Where can they find us out there in the social media and TV world?
Well, if you're looking for Our Family Plays Games,
Yes.
you can find us on Facebook,
Yep.
Instagram,
Yep.
Twitter,
Yep.
and right here on YouTube.
Right here.
And if you're in Omaha, Nebraska,
That's local family.
you can find us on Cox Channel 22.
Yes.
Saturdays at 8:30 p.m.
Yes.
And Tuesdays at 4:30 p.m.
Oh, family, I'm so glad that you came by. We love y'all. You know that. So just keep on coming by, asking questions, you know, giving comments, and definitely keep supplying those questions for Ask OFPG, because we love just answering them for you. But there's one thing, family, and I mean one thing we want you to always remember. We love you. Bye now.
Everybody.